Hello and welcome back to Marine for TCG. My name is Joe. Drink of the day is Tropicana Smooth Orange. And just a short video today because I've finally got my hands on Best Selection Volume 5. I did pre-order 4 of these. Unfortunately, my LGS kind of got stiffed. Originally wanted 4 to get my playsets and needed 1 because it's got a Hina in it. We've managed to get 2, so we're going to have half a playset in our decks. But either way, I'm just going to be taking a look at the alt arts today. And for a retail price of £25 in the UK, and it's the same in America, $25, which is not the same amount of money, but Bandai disagrees. You're going to get 12 alt arts, you're going to get these 6, you're going to get these 6, and now I'm going to take them out and we'll just have a quick look at the texturing on these, because it's usually pretty damn good on the One Piece full arts. And one nice thing is they've improved how you get these cards out of these binders now. They used to be sort of wrapped in sealed sleeves and an absolute nightmare to get out. Now, they're in open top sleeves, so you can just pull them straight out. And there's the Shakiyaki in glorious 4K. What a time to be alive. Lovely looking card. Was incredibly popular in Rayleigh. Rayleigh, not incredibly popular anymore. He's kind of fallen off a little bit. I think the aggro players are mostly playing Jinbei now. But Shaki is still a good card if Rayleigh ever comes back. Or we get another card that could use some sort of effect like that. Next up, we've got this Odin. And the texturing on this one's really nice, actually. I'm a big fan of this one. This was originally designed for the Roger deck, but is usable in everything. It's not leader locked. Decent little ramp card, not the craziest in the world. This was generally not played very much in Roger. And this is probably the weakest of the cards in the binder. But it's still decent. It's still decent. One of the better ones is Saint Shalria, and this art is fire. Like, this character is evil. But the art with all the little bubbles representing Shivondi is really nice. The glint on the chain as well. Really nice art, and of course this is an absolute 4 of an emu. If you want max rarity emu, you've got to get your Shalrias, and the texturing is so good. This is probably my favourite one so far. Not too fond of her as a character, but her art kind of goes hard. Now, this Karina is not seeing a lot of play at the minute. It's only really a Zoro card, of course, because it's leader locked. But with Zoro getting that starter deck in July, if you did enjoy Green Zoro, if this is relatively cheap, I haven't actually looked up the prices, but if this is fairly cheap, which I imagine it might be, now's probably a pretty good time to pick these bad boys up. For Zoro, in case he becomes good again when he gets that starter deck. Now, probably the best card in the deck is the Baby 5. Texturing's lovely. This is nice art. Because it's not got any text, you get to see even more of the art, which is really nice. This is really good in Rosinante. You see this quite often there. You see this in Blue Yellow Nami as well. Any kind of yellow multicolour deck, this is becoming more and more popular as time goes on. Because a draw 2 trigger on a 2K, it's just pretty good, you know? People would play Pilaf on very rare occasions just for the trigger. And that was a brick, but this is a 2K. And it's even a 4/5 body, which is not the worst. That's probably the best card in the binder. And I have actually seen, I think the price on that one's pretty high. I've seen pictures from the States of that going for like $20. Which is basically the whole price of the binder. It's crazy. Here's the one I was after. The Hina. Navy, alt arts. What more can I say? Obviously very popular in Kuzan, but you've also seen this in other blue decks. I've seen this in Nami builds. I don't think I've ever seen this in Boa. But yeah, I've seen this in Nami. And if we get more generic blue leaders, this is one of the better generic blue 2Ks. Texturing's not too crazy. It's nice up top, but it's probably one of the least impressive ones. But it is the one that I wanted, so I'll let it off. Next up, we've got the hair removal fist. I must say, I prefer waxing fist. But we do have hair removal fist. Big Ivankov doing his attack on Magellan there. Pretty cool. The texturing on this one's pretty nice, like the whoosh lines. And this is popular in both Koala and Red Black Sabo. Not always in both of those decks, but fairly often, I would say. Blaze Slice is another very staple card. You've seen this in all sorts of decks over the years. Yamato. You've seen this in Katakuri Yellow Edition. Any yellow deck that wants to rest Walkery and Marco. This is very good. I've seen this in Blue, Yellow, and Army as well. Yellow Bonnie. Pretty much any yellow deck you can think of. I can at least consider playing Blaze Slice. The art on this one is literally fire, but also metaphorically fire. Big fan of this one. This might be my favourite art-wise. Better than the Shaoria. Really nice card. I love the alt-art events, because they look so much better than the regular events. The regular events are very Battle of Mid, and speaking of incredible looking events, look at this. Such an iconic point in the show. If I can get the camera to focus on it properly. There we go. Lucci up in the top getting absolutely smoked by the mole pistol. This one's brilliant as well. I love these events, man. The events are so good. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you like the events, alt-art events? I love them. And this one with Luffy doing his mole pistol. Really cool. Really, really cool. Next up, this one. Mole pistol, not currently played in very much. It was a Rayleigh card when Rayleigh was popular. But now he's not really good. And we do get a full art of the Going Merry. Now, Merry Go. This card kind of already had a full art in the set. Just the base rarity was a full art. But this is nicer. It's textured. It's got some little bubbles, like light flare effects, which are pretty cool. The ocean looks super nice on this one. This one's currently not seen playing anything. Even the GP lists, which that's where this was popular before. GP's kind of dropped this card. Doesn't really do anything because a lot of the stuff now hits base cost. But still a nice looking card for your Straw Hat collection. Next up, we've got Electrical Luna, which, again, this has kind of fallen out of favour in favour of I Know You're Strong, because typically resting or freezing 2 things is good enough, and that's also a 3k counter event. And it's also pretty searchable. Straw Hat and Supernovas, much more searchable than Minx, but you do sometimes still see this card in Carrots, in other green decks as well. It's never one that your opponent plays and you're like, damn, you're trolling. It's like, oh wow, you play Luna? That's pretty cool. It used to be in GP. Yeah, never really been in Bonnie, but it used to be quite popular in GP. Again, now sort of phased out of the meta by I Know You're Strong. And finally, we have Let's Crash the Wedding. Lots of, quite a few events here with Luffy on them, despite him not having a card. Thank God. There's too many Luffy cards. But yeah, this one's nice. Only really sees playing UP Sanji. And even at that, now that we have the Teardrops of a Woman event, this is certainly not a mandatory 4 of, and sometimes it's not even in UP Sanji lists at all. But it is a really nice artwork with Luffy and Sanji. Very iconic scene. Very, very iconic scene from Whole Cake Island, if you haven't seen that. But, nice looking card. And again, the Searcher events, or all the events with full arts, just always look incredible. So that's what you're going to get for your 25 bones. Would I recommend this product? Absolutely, if you can get it at retail. I think that time is probably come and gone, but if your LGS happens to still have some, I think these just look stunning. They're really, really nice looking cards. And pretty much all of them are playable. Like, the Odin's a bit of a whiff, the Merry Go's a bit of a whiff. But other than that, these are all, like, fringe playable at least, or playable in off-meta decks, like the Queen and Green Zara, and the Shaki and Rayleigh. Great cards. Either way, thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.